The thing that you can start doing tomorrow to uplift youth voice in your programs is start getting to know your students, building rapport and building a relationship with the young people who you're working with is going to give them the safety and confidence and energy that they need to start feeling like their voice does matter and to start using it. There's a really awesome quote from Bell Hooks. But basically she says something along the lines of like, if we claim to love our young people and respect them, that respect looks like listening to them. And so yeah, listening and building that relationship are the two things that you can do to start letting youth voice take the center stage in your program.
Give the youth the stage, give them opportunities. And for some programs, this would be a big change. So start small. Again, youth voice is more than I want apples instead of oranges. Give them responsibilities, give them the steps to execute those responsibilities, step back and let them do it. And it could be something small. They could plan a portion of programming to start. Just the first 5 minutes of opening, let them do that. Let them sit down, plan out, what would be the perfect way to open programming. Let them do it. Easy, easy peasy. And then you can take over for the rest of the day.
Having young people in their planning team, like having young people informing how you're doing your program. That would be like, right away, like having someone, like it could be elevating one or two youth to being a part of your project planning team that can help you be like, oh, well, we hadn't thought about this, like providing that youth perspective as you're planning. If you're planning a program for 200 people, like 200 young people, 200 youth, like have youth be a part of that process. And it doesn't mean you need all 200, you just need some perspective there so they can help you, and you're providing that valuable leadership skills. I think that people don't think about that, and like you could do that tomorrow. Like you just be like, who wants to do this? We have this funding to help support you to do this, whatever honorarium or pay or whatever it is, and like we would love your support and help on how we make this go forward. So that would be one thing I would say could happen immediately. I think the other thing, is I guess the thing that came to mind was like recognizing the small wins, like, and celebrating with youth. There's a lot of stress out there right now, a lot of anxiety and mental health challenges, whether it's like, coming, still ripple effects of COVID, which we see a lot, but then also just like the day to day, like, social media and like news cycle and catastrophes. Like there's a lot going on. So, like, the other thing, like finding ways to like celebrate with you, provide joy, provide space, like some open-ended time with like just like art activities or watching film, like just fun, like find ways to have fun, like, and yes, there's service and there's the work that needs to be done, but are there also ways that you could have fun and ask youth what they want? Like that's another thing. Simple question: what would you guys like to do? How do you think we should, what could we do better with our program? Ask them to evaluate the work, the program that you're doing, and they'll give you good honest feedback. And then take it seriously and see who wants to help you make it better. Like those are some other ways that I think about, like what you could do immediately. Add fun and space and support. Ask them to ask, what do they think of the program that you're doing, get some honest feedback, and then include them in the planning process to help co-create programs for them.
I would also say the thing that you can really implement tomorrow is really telling students, like, or youth, like, hey, this is why you're doing this. And then, like I said, they can make informed decisions and decide what is best for them.
We touched upon youth voice. We touched upon what needs to happen for them. We gotta touch upon adults. They can't do it alone. And as adults, we have to hold the mirror up to ourselves to really say, what am I doing to steward authentic and intentional leadership within the young people that I am servicing? Who am I as a leader? Would be my question to adults. Right? We ask young people who they are as leaders and who influenced them. We got to ask ourselves that same question as adults, right? So that we can mirror that back. One, what we may have needed when we were younger. Two, what we've healed and we've evolved to in our adulthood. Or three, because it's just the right thing to do, right? So I believe that John Lewis always says like this quote of like, get in good trouble. Our young people are getting in good trouble because they're the ones that's actually doing the heavy lifting and the work. We need our adults to also make sure that they are lockstep and hand to hand with our young people of getting in good trouble.